Are you serious? I mean, seriously, I'm trying to drink some coffee here. Are you serious? But the blood moon that's coming July 27th, 2018. This will be the longest blood moon of the century. And it's happening the very year, the 70th year of Israel as a nation. Also, the very year Jerusalem has been declared the capital of Israel and the eternal city of God. This is such a prophetic day because even Mars will be its closest proximity to the earth than it's been in 15 years. And all the planets are aligned in one side. The gravitational pull, probably from Planet X or Nibiru, if there is such a thing as Planet X or Nibiru, the entire amount of gravitational pull on the earth could be catastrophic. Now, Hawaii, the epicenter of the apocalypse right now, that volcano just won't stop, and scientists are not sure if it ever will. And we just recently, a couple days ago, had a second volcano in the Galapagos Islands that exploded with an eruption. But what does the Bible say about all these apocalyptic events, and how does a blood moon play into that prophecy? Well, even David Meade can see that the planetary gravitational pull is affecting things. And I noticed that Mark Biltz is going to be a guest on my show on Friday the 13th, July the 13th. He's coming on to talk about the biblical ramifications of this blood moon, the longest blood moon of the century, directly over Jerusalem. Even Irvin Baxter was mentioned in an article with myself in Auckland, New Zealand, as they're talking about it. And Romania has now wrote articles explaining the prophetic events all across the United Kingdom, including the UK Express, covering it and keeping a close eye on the events. What does the Bible say? Well, the Bible says in Revelation 6, there is a period coming. Not saying it's July 27th. I'm not saying it's July 27th. But I am saying that the Bible does talk about the significance of the moon turning blood red in biblical prophecy and signs in the heavens. Here's what it says in Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. And right now we've had 400, and I'll just look right now at this moment, we've had 448 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. That is 2.5 or higher, including the volcano in Hawaii just erupted 7 minutes ago. A 5.3 earthquake eruption. It doesn't stop. The Bible says, when he opened the sixth seal, lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree cast her untimely figs when she's shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it's rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. And they said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? These blood moons always happen on significant days of prophecy. And if you study the blood moons of 2014 and 2015, the four blood moons that Pastor Mark Biltz and Pastor John Hagee made everyone aware of back in 2014, 2015. They happened on the Passover, Feast of Passover, and on the Feast of Tabernacles. Sandwich in between there, what happened? A war broke out in Israel, 50-day war, and there was many other events. Now, what's happening now? Well, the blue blood moon in January was showing us that something was going to happen with Jerusalem, and it did, and with Israel in its 70th year. But what is this blood moon saying? Is this the sign that a peace agreement is going to happen, the covenant with many, very soon? Or is it telling us another brutal war will happen in the Middle East? What is it? What is this? We don't know yet. That's why you watch these signs in the heavens. You watch what's going on in the earth. You keep a close eye on biblical prophecy because we're living in the last days. Stay right here at this YouTube channel, and I'll keep you up to speed on what's going on around the world. It's certainly affecting. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ, because something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. Even blood moons.